So for today's video I thought I would share with you my revision plan for Easter and give you some tips on how to make your own, as I've seen a lot of these videos going around recently and I just thought, you know what, I've made one myself and I thought it'd be really good just to share with you how I made it, as trust me, it took me ages. And yeah, just some general tips for things like revision over Easter and how to just really get motivated to actually revise. I also just want to say happy Easter. When you're watching this it will be Easter Sunday, so hope you're enjoying your day. If you've got some Easter eggs, just sit back and eat away whilst watching this video. That's what I'm going to be doing. And yeah, without further ado, I'm going to just get into the video. I actually got my plan on my iPad as I made it on Word, so I've just screenshotted it. So this is for the week beginning the 2nd of April up until the 6th, which is the Friday. So I've only made my Monday to Friday, as I never know what I'm doing on the weekends and how much I'm actually going to do, so I never set myself anything for the weekend. And then I just made it for the 2nd week of Easter, which is the 9th to the 13th as well. And again, there's no weekend. So my aim is to do something from every single subject of mine every day. So that's 10 things, because with RE or RS, whatever you want to call it, and English language, I've kind of combined them, if that makes sense. What I did is I looked at what my priorities were, so things like maths and obviously French. I have my real speaking exam just after Easter, so I thought I need to do a lot of work for that. Things like that I really prioritise, and then obviously other subjects which I'm much more comfortable with, I've kind of just done little things that I need to do. So as you can see, I have something for every subject every day. I haven't put time in because I never know what time. I'm aiming to start at probably 9, and I haven't said how long I'm going to do these things for. I work in half an hour slots as it is, but I do want to put set times in, as you know, I don't know, something might come up, you know, I just didn't want to do that. So I've just planned out what I'm going to do. So for example, Monday I'm going to start with some history in the morning, and I'm going to do some Nazi Germany. I'm just going to make an A3 mind map for module 1, as I have lots of individual ones, but I just want a massive thing just so I can stick that up. Then after that I'm just going to do some chemistry. We've got these 10-minute tests, so I'm just going to do that. Then maths I'm going to move on to. I've got a booklet to do. Physics, I've got to write my required practicals. French, I've got to write out my speaking question answers. Biology, I'm just going to run through some flashcards. English, I'm just going to look at Romeo and Juliet and how that links into like the time it was set in, if that makes sense. Geography, I've then got the pre-release booklet to do. RE, I've got a 4 marker to write, and media, I've got 10 marker. So that's kind of like, I've just planned out what I'm going to do. So my advice to you is prioritise your subjects, see what's most important, see realistically how long you're going to work for each day, and write down what you're actually going to do, because I'm quite guilty of this. I would usually just put in, if I was making a revision timetable, say, I'd literally just put in the subject and then I get to it and I'd be like, oh, what am I going to do? So what I've done this time is I've actually put in what I'm going to do and when, and that way Sunday night I can just get everything ready for Monday, and I just wake up and I know exactly what I've got to do and how long I've got to do it, kind of thing, because I'll know I want to finish by this time, I want to start this time, I want then a lunch break. So yeah, that's my advice. Make sure you know what you're doing on each day. The next thing I went and did was just plan for the next day, but I never kind of wanted to put anything in the same kind of position, and again I changed things up what I was going to do. So French was a different topic, maths was I've actually got paid to do, media is like theories, and then geography is like notes, physics is notes, you know, a lot of it was much more like notes and revision based tasks. So yeah, just change it up each day what you've got to do, and my advice to you is if you don't finish something on that day, leave it and do it at the weekend or when you've got free time. Which is why I never put anything in for the weekend, because anything I don't do during the week I'll just do then, and I just find that works really well for me. Next piece of advice is to get organised. Okay, Easter is such a good time. You've got 2 long weeks, and it's not like Christmas where there's so much going on. You know, you've got Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, then the New Year comes around and it goes so quickly, whereas Easter you kind of have your 4-day, you know, weekend, and then it's kind of over. So my advice is this is a really good time to get organised. So what I've already done is I've just organised my folders, so anything I don't need or I've replaced, is just binned it. And then I've also got a box in my room with any sheets that I've been given for homework, as obviously I had a lot of homework as well over Easter. So just put them in a box so they're all there, so I'm not like having to faff around trying to find things. So my advice is anything that you know is on a piece of paper, just put it in a box, and then you can just go to that box and it's all going to be there. So in this box I've got like my geography, history, maths, chemistry, you know, it's all in there, and then I can just go in that box. It's all like separated and I can just pull it out and get on with it. Yeah, a box is always a really good idea. If you've got loads and loads of paper that you just need to sort through, just chuck it all in the box and then you can go through it. So my next piece of advice when making a revision thing for Easter is to actually, if you've got any homework, put that in. Now I've done pretty much all my homework that I've been set for Easter because I broke up on Wednesday and then I've had Thursday and Friday, which was just homework day, so I've pretty much got everything done except for a couple of things. So anything that I haven't got done I have just put in there for me to do. So do include your homework. Don't leave your homework till the last minute, because that's something that has to be physically handed in, and I think I've said this before, whereas you know with homework you have to hand it in, otherwise you get a consequence, whereas with revision it's your own personal thing. You've got your own personal time to do it. So yeah, get all your homework done, put that in the timetable. You know, you've got 2 weeks. Any days that you are busy, don't bother putting in. For me, I know like on the 6th I'm out in the morning, so I've just put everything in, and then this is why I don't have time, because then I can just see, well, this can just run on to Saturday morning. And same with Friday the 13th. I'm not sure if I'm going out in the evening or in the morning, whatever, so I've just put everything in, and again it can run onto the weekend. I am going to leave a link down below to Twitter, which I'm going to post the timetables on, so if you want to see like a proper up close one, maybe if you do something very similar to me, very similar subjects and topics within them, you can obviously use it and then just change it around to fit with you. So if you don't do media, for example, but you do drama, you know, you can just change it around to fit for you. So yeah, remember which subjects are your priorities and that you need to spend more time on, which subjects you have homework for, and what do you actually need to do ready for the exams in the summer, which are, I can tell you how many days away, 44 days away. So as you're watching this, it's 43 days away, which is absolutely insane. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you're new around here, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. If you want to see how to make just more of like a general revision timetable, I will link down below that video, as I have done one of them before. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your Easter Sunday, and I will see you next week. Bye!